But the first major sinkhole you need to avoid, it's him trying to get you to believe your husband or your marriage is hopeless so that you give up. Right? He's going to try to be whispering in your ear, that'd be the devil and his little minions, whispering in your ear that it is hopeless. Your husband is hopeless. Your marriage is hopeless. So you might as well just give up. How many, you don't have to raise your hand, but I know many of you would say, well, yes, I have heard a voice saying, there's no hope for this marriage, he's never going to change, this is hopeless. So how do you avoid this sinkhole? Refuse to agree with the spirit of hopelessness. Just refuse to agree with that spirit of hopelessness. And don't ever say things like, I'm done. Because the minute you say that, you're basically reinforcing in your head that it's all over. So don't say, I'm all done. Don't give up too soon. And pray and get other prayer warriors to pray with you when the thing seems hopeless. Get other prayer warriors on board with you to pray along with you. With God, all things are possible. Matthew 17, verse 20. Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there. That would be kind of seemingly impossible, right? And it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. I know of so many stories. One is coming to mind right now, and I won't use names, but a woman whose husband said, I want a divorce. Boom. And he had made up his mind, and she was stunned, but she called many people, prayer warriors, and they started praying immediately, and within 24 hours, he completely changed his mind, and they're still together. That is the power of prayer. That is being smart and saying, I'm not going to just give in to defeat. I'm not going to give in to hopelessness. I'm going to pray, and I'm going to get other godly people to pray, and I'm expecting God to do some amazing things. That's the power of prayer, and not aligning yourself with the spirit of hopelessness. Number 2, common sinkhole, getting you to believe you've been ripped off, and you deserve a different husband. Right? And Satan has been working this little theme since creation, hasn't he? Doesn't it even sound a little bit familiar? Did God really say you could not eat of that tree? Really? And already Satan's trying to get Eve to think that that God's been holding something better. And she's coveting this tree that she can't have. And he's trying to work the same scheme with us, right? You deserve a better husband. You've been kind of ripped off by the one that you currently have. So how do you avoid this sinkhole? Focus on what is good about your husband. Number 1, focus on what is good about your husband, and stop fantasizing about this perfect husband you deserve. Let's explore both those components. So first of all, Philippians 4:8 says, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. So we have to train our minds to focus on what is good. And I know that your husband, if you're married, has some good qualities. Sometimes it's harder to see them than other times. But we can easily choose on all the negative. My husband's pretty great, but boy, if you wanted to get me started on focusing on the negative, I could come up with this really long list. I could think of things. If you just got me started and challenged me, I could come up with a list of 100 things I don't like about Raul. And if I'm reading that list or rehearsing that list in my mind every day, how is that going to work for my marriage? My marriage is going to suck because that's all I'm thinking about, right? But if you challenge me, can you think of 100 things that are good about Raul? Now, I know that all of us be like 100 things. Okay, let's just 20 things. There are some good things about our husbands. Does he have a sense of humor? Does he look attractive? Does he go to work? Does he not do cocaine? Whatever. These are things to be happy about. Does he not gamble all your money away? Well, other husbands might. So it's like there's always something to say, that's really awesome. That is really awesome. And if your husband actually goes to church with you, you should be doing, cartwheels across the room because, a lot of husbands don't do that. So it's like, why do we focus neurotically on all the things that are wrong? And how does that make us feel about our marriage? Why don't we focus on what is good and right. And you will find your joy in the marriage starting to return as you start to replay his good qualities. And then stop fantasizing about this perfect husband that you deserve, because guess what? There is no perfect husband out there. And even though you might idolize, like the pastor or someone's like, oh, I wish my husband were like him. Man, if you could talk to his wife, she'd be like, yeah, he's just a barrel of laughs, you know? I mean, right? I mean, because everyone has their flaws. We delude ourselves into thinking, oh, another man would be so much better. Well, he probably farts in his sleep or something. So it's like, you know, I mean, there's always something. I don't know why she said that. But there's always something that's like going to be really annoying. And so, like, you know, you can't fantasize about this perfect husband because he doesn't exist. Another sinkhole, luring you into getting emotionally bonded with another man, which can eventually lead to an actual affair. And this can happen so very easily and completely with no intention. I mean, I don't think two people intend on having an affair. You know, it's like you don't just go, oh, I think I'd like to have an affair. Who can I find? It isn't usually like that, right? But the enemy is so crafty. If he can get you bonded emotionally with another man, then it's just a matter of time. You're just set up for disaster. I know that from personal experience. So how to avoid the sinkhole? Don't ever discuss your marriage or your family life or your deep personal issues with another man. Just don't do it. Because that opens up the door for a major emotional bond with that man. And even if it's like your best friend's husband coming to you for womanly advice about how to deal with his wife, don't do it. Again, when you start talking about marriage issues, whether it's his marriage, your marriage, with another guy, it starts this emotional connection, and all of a sudden you feel like, I think I understand him. I think he understands me. I love how he seems so compassionate. He's such a good listener. And I think he's my soulmate. I think I deserve him. I mean, it's a slow thing that happens, but I think the enemy is so patient. He is willing to take 10 years if it need be to just reel you in. Caution, right? Caution. So sit down with your husband. Have a very serious discussion about how to protect your marriage. What kind of boundaries you both should have to protect your marriage. You have to be relentless in protecting it. Hebrews 13:4 says marriage should be honored by all and the marriage bed kept pure, for God will judge the adulterer and all the sexually immoral.